bobsled gold medalist Lolo Jones, brought to us by Red Bull. First of all, before I even get to my first question, you look fabulous. You know that.
Thanks. It's a lot of makeup.
No, I don't believe it. It's all natural. So, Lolo, look, you won gold with the U.S. bobsled team in the World Championships in January after a very disappointing summer. So congrats for you on that. And tell us how did it feel to take home a gold medal?
I mean, I was like, well, which one do I like more? The gold medals I've won in track or in bobsled? And I think it was just equal. I mean, I was just thrilled to be able to be a part of that and to have a team effort in it was something unique for me because I'm so used to doing this on my own, and to like have other people, I was like, hey, I need this more often.
Lolo, Stephen A. Smith here. Welcome to the show. And, you know, I only saw you from afar on television. I mean, you're a little bit close up now, but it doesn't bother me at all. It actually lends itself towards my question. It actually lends itself towards my question to you. I saw a lot of people out there writing stuff about you. They were incredibly jealous. They were criticizing you, calling you the second coming of Anna Kournikova. Now, I personally don't have a problem with such things. However, somebody such as yourself, somebody as accomplished as yourself, may have had a problem with it. I want you to speak to some of the criticism that you were receiving because you were being labeled, quote unquote, a sex symbol as opposed to an accomplished athlete. How have you been able to deal with all of that? How have you been able to overcome it?
Well, I think just, you know, my new endeavor with bobsled has helped. I've just put my head down and just worked really hard at a new challenge. And hopefully my work will just silence the critics alone because, I mean, you're not going to please everyone and you're not going to shut everyone up, but I do know that I have stats. And I thought it was funny that when I won my first medal with the bobsled team, people were like, oh, that's her first gold medal ever. And I was like, I have 2 with track, so let's slow everybody's roll here. But I've always faced my challenges and used them as motivation, and I'm just going to keep plugging away. And I don't know, I just really like this new challenge that I have, and I hope that I can always represent Team USA to the best of my abilities. Whether people like me or not, I'm out there fighting for all of America. So I don't know, that's all I can say to my critics.
Lolo, I've always respected the fact that you've been very public about the role that God plays in your life. Now we have Ray Lewis as the focal point of this Super Bowl, and he continues to talk about how it has been God's will, to quote Ray, that the Ravens have won 3 playoff games and will win the Super Bowl. How do you feel about God's will deciding games?
Well, that one's it's a very tough one for me. I feel like there's been times where I felt like it was God's will for me to have a successful season, but I also felt like it was God's will as well to help me to learn from certain losses. So I can't speak on Ray's behalf, but I just know that God is a huge factor in my life, and whether he wants to promote me or humble me, that is in his hands. You know, I don't think God cares about a certain game or race or performance, but he does care about the condition of our heart. And so I hope that, like, whether if we have success or if we have failures, that we always rely on him for our strength and during the whole process.
Good answer.
Lolo, Lolo, Stephen A. Smith back here. How do you feel about an athlete, Olympic athlete, college athlete, professional athlete, for lack of a better phraseology, sort of wearing their religion on their sleeve, knowing that because of it, it will invite a level of scrutiny that otherwise may not exist, where you have some people who simply resent the fact that there are those who do wear their religion on their sleeve in the professional athletic world, just the sports world altogether. How do you feel about that?
It's very tough because this was the first year that I experienced getting scrutinized for my beliefs. I thought that, you know, people would be more accepting of me coming out and talking about, like, me waiting to have sex before marriage. And little did I know that it's actually easier for you to release a sex tape in nowadays society than to tell people that you do not want to have sex before marriage. So I know people are going to get attacked for the religious beliefs, and I think it's odd and strange because we're supposed to be in a community that's accepting of this. But I would just tell them, you know, if it's something that you're passionate about, you definitely have to stand strong for what you believe in. But I just would tell them just to know that they are going to get scrutinized. If they will. Just look at my Twitter @replies for sure.
Look at everyone's Twitter @replies, Lolo. Meanwhile, in between
good point.
before we let you go, tell us who you're picking, 49ers or Ravens?
I'm going to go with the 49ers just because Ricky, Jean, Francois, we were on the track team together at LSU, so got to go with 49ers. So.
All right, we'll take that. Enjoy your time in New Orleans, and thank you for joining us. Maybe when you're in Bristol, you'll stop by.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
All right. Coming up next.
Take care, Lolo.
Oh, please.
Coming up next, Westbrook with the blow-up. You got to love Stephen A.